A very good morning to all. Welcome to science class. In the previous class, we had studied how elemental nitrogen is converted into nitrogenous compounds by the methods of biological and atmospheric fixation. Now, a question arises, what is the need to convert these elemental nitrogen into its compound? The reason is so that plants get their nutrition. So today we are going to learn a different type of nutrition. It is called as symbiotic nutrition. Now in some cases we see two or more than two different types of plants live together to fulfill their needs of nutrition, protection, support, etc. with each other's help. This type of nutrition is called symbiotic nutrition. The word symbiotic means in association with. Now, two or more than two plants, they survive together. What can be the reason? Either nutrition, protection, or for support. And while doing these processes, they are helping each other. And this type of nutrition is called symbiotic nutrition. Now we can see some fungi grow around the roots of some other plants. These plants supply nutrients to the fungi, and in turn fungi supply nutrients, that is minerals and water, to the plants. These plants, you can see in the diagram how they are supplying the nutrients to fungi, and in return fungi supply minerals to water to these plants. So what happens is these are living with each other by helping each other. So this type of nutrition is an example of symbiotic nutrition. You can see some fungi and algae, they live together. The fungi provides water, minerals as well as shelter to algae. In return, the algae provides the food. Now why does the algae provide the food? Algae are a type of heterotrophic organisms. Due to presence of chlorophyll, they can prepare their own food. They can prepare their own food and hence they supply food. Lichen is an example of a symbiosis between algae and fungi. Now we have seen algae and fungi show symbiotic nutrition, and lichen is an example. Fungi helps in the supply of minerals and water, whereas algae will help to provide food. As we have seen symbiotic nutrition, now we will study about insectivorous plants. Basically, insectivorous plants are those which survive on insects for their nutrition. That is, some plants feed upon insects to obtain nutrients. Now, the insectivorous plants generally grow in soil or water deficient in nitrogen compounds. You can see here these insectivorous plants, they are growing in soil or water deficient in nitrogen compounds. That means they do not have nitrogenous compounds. So that is why they are surviving. They are insectivorous so that they derive nitrogenous compounds using insect. An example of the insectivorous plants, Drosera burmani. You can see Drosera burmani, the plant body of Drosera burmani has a flower-like appearance. It grows close to the ground. Its leaves are attractively pink or red in color with hair at the margin. Droplets of a sticky substance found at the tip of the hair attracts the insects. So what happens is, because it attracts the insects try to get into the plant, and the moment they interact, they intake the insects. Now this plant is named after the scientist Johannes Berman. It is the scientist Johannes Berman identified this plant in Sri Lanka in 1737, and hence the plant is named after him. Now a question arises that pitcher plant feeds on the insects even though it produces food by photosynthesis. Okay, now why does this happen? You can see the pitcher plant feeding on the insect. In spite of being photosynthesis, they depend upon insects. The pitcher plant feed on insects, though it produces photosynthesis, because the insects are rich in nitrogen and they need nitrogen for their growth. So that is the reason pitcher plant, in spite of being photosynthesis, derives nutrition from insects.